What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Teja, and I'm here for episode 27 of Pink World.
Hit my line all the time. Tell me why I haven't heard a word since last week, and I never thought I'd ever know the type.
It was 4:44 when I pulled into the parking lot.
I saw the 444 when I was driving too. I was like, I always give kisses to the angel numbers.
On the Women's Day event, I literally pulled up at 2:22. Like I was in the lobby at 2:22.
Oh shit!
And I was like,
right place.
I love when that happens.
444.
yeah, I feel like that keeps happening. Like, so a song that I hopped on with an artist is on the radio right now.
I peeped that. I think.
And so when I pulled up to that studio, it was 5:55. So it's like the numbers keep aligning.
444, 555. Let's
Damn.
fucking go.
You pulling up at the right time.
I know, right?
Shit.
I'm like, well, and so I pulled up Saturday at 5:55, and it was on the radio by Monday, and I was like,
change.
Wow.
Change is coming.
That's
for real.
alignment, bro.
Deadass.
For real.
So you're like spiritual,
very spiritual.
heavy,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
more religious or more spiritual?
More spiritual.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I do like rituals.
Yeah?
stuff. Yeah.
What's hype?
Yeah.
Well, so like I've held a few different types of ceremonies. Like last year was my favorite of all time for sure. It was like, I kind of just put out a PSA. I was like, it's a full moon.
Thank God that's not full, bro. You gave me a heart attack. I was like, no, we're gonna have to end this shit right now. Like, yeah.
Anyways.
Yes, rituals.
No, it was the full moon and the summer solstice. So me, and it's so crazy because it's just so crazy. So I'm in Aries, my moon is Capricorn, and my rising is Gemini. I put out the PSA, and a Capricorn and a Gemini were the ones to come to the ceremony with me.
Oh, shit.
Is that not so fucking crazy?
Yeah. Like, what are the odds?
What are the odds? Dude, it was
That is
wild.
crazy.
So we literally, I started a fire on the beach and led the ceremony, and then we like actually got naked and like
That's crazy.
danced around the fire and like skinny dipped in the ocean under, and like it was such a clear night. Like the moon was so beautiful. It was surreal.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
It
a
was
dope
really
ass
surreal.
experience.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did you know like the people or just kind of like mutual?
So one of the women I worked with briefly, and then she came back in my life during like the Black Lives Matter protests and stuff. And then I hadn't seen her since then. And she came, yeah. And then the other girl I had only met once before.
That's so cool.
That's dope.
It was really an amazing experience.
Yeah. That's fire.
I honestly, any chance to skinny dip in the ocean under the moon.
I've never done that.
I'll
take
do
your
it.
word
You have
for
to
it.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
It's something different for sure. You don't realize how natural it feels until you're like in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like one of those things where like, it's like walking on grass with no shoes. Like it's like one of those things, like not having that barrier there.
That ass.
Yeah.
Feel more connected.
No, for sure. And this is definitely TMI. Like,
Let's get it. Let's get into it.
I was on my period.
Really?
So I was like naked, bleeding, like,
Just
like
fully
dancing.
natural.
It was
That's the full
the
experience.
most.
No
No, it was the
bullshit.
most like divine feminine thing that I've ever done in my life.
Just put it on the floor. Just yoss it across the room. I don't even care.
By the way, we didn't even introduce you. This is
Yeah.
Teja Cat.
Teja.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah.
How'd you get that name?
My last name is Tejada.
Okay, I like that.
What does that mean? Do you know?
I don't actually. I don't know if I know something.
I feel like that
That's
has
a
to mean
good question.
something, right?
Somebody
I feel like it
put
has
in
to
the
mean
comments. What
I know.
know.
It doesn't
What does
mean
Tejada
anything.
mean?
Do we know?
But word. So you just decided you were just like, all right, Teja. And what's your first name?
Amberly.
Amberly. Yeah. Word.
When did you decide to like make that your artist name?
I don't know. It just kind of like, well, so because of Doja Cat back in 2015, I obviously made Teja Cat my Instagram handle.
Yeah.
And then everyone, like in 2020 when we had the pandemic and everything and started going out, everyone kind of recognized me as my Instagram handle more.
That
And I
makes
was just
sense.
like, Teja, whatever.
That's cute. I like
That
that.
is cute. And where are you from?
Ipswich,
Ipswich.
Massachusetts.
Like Cape vibes? Or am I
Kind
wrong?
of, but it's North Shore.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it is a beach town.
Okay. Word.
I knew it was a beach town. All those towns sound so Cape.
Yeah.
So
Situate, like things like that.
I know that every
That'd
time
be-
I say Ipswich, people are like, "Oh yeah, I know South Shore." I'm like, "No, no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah. Okay.
That's not it."
Okay.
Were you
word.
born and raised there?
I was born in Melrose, and I Chelsea, Winthrop, ended up in Ipswich. Yeah, so
Word.
yeah, I like it.
What was it like? Oh,
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
what was it like growing up there?
It was different for sure. You don't I'm half white and Colombian, and Ipswich is predominantly white, and I was probably one of 5 ethnic
Yeah.
kids, so it was just a little different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. How do you feel about not being around your culture more?
I definitely did not like it as much. I feel like I constantly tried to talk about that, kind of with my parents, and they were like, "Well, you're half white," kind of not invalidating, but being like,
They're trying to make you feel better.
yeah, you fit in, even though I would literally get it about my hair, my head was too big, I don't fucking know,
Your
it
hair
was
is too
weird.
coarse,
My nose was big, yeah, and the straightening technology was not what it is today.
For real.
Oh my god, I would wake up at 4 a.m. to straighten my hair, and by 6-7 o'clock it'd be a fro.
Yep.
And
Because it was not what it is today.
no,
It's
and I have this, I don't know, I don't know. Let me start over.
we got that. Just erase it.
I'm everything.
Let's come back to that so much.
My hair has actually been a really big point of contention in my life for ever, because even when I was younger, it was different from my cousins. It was a little bit more coarse texture, and so I felt even worse kind of going into a school where there was silky straight blonde hair, and I'm over here with
Just trying to manage
frizz
it.
everywhere. My hair was just super coarse. It was not that great.
Yeah, I feel that.
But it built character.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I don't think I would have the perspective that I have today if I didn't go through stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel the dichotomy between my dad and his family living in Chelsea, and then my mom and me living in Ipswich. I got the small town vibe, but I also got the city vibe. So it was interesting. I feel I can talk to anybody.
Yeah. Seeing both different demographics of people. and stuff.
Yeah. Definitely grateful for that.
Yeah. So let's talk about music now. So how'd you get into music? Where'd you start? Whether it be school or any influences in your family?
When I was very little, I was obsessed with Annie, and I would watch that on repeat. And I would just sing the songs everywhere I went. And from there, it was just I would just sing all the time, and it was my happy place.
Yeah.
But I didn't start actually pursuing it until 2020. 2019, I took a break from singing, and then 2019 I started jamming with one of my friends, and then we wrote a song, and that in 2020 that was just all right, I think I want to go for it a little bit more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but now here for 3 years, kind of.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to the studio and record that song, or were you guys just vibing in the crib type shit?
Yeah, we were definitely vibing. I had gone through a particular experience. I just broke up with my ex in February, and then by November, I was done with all men. I was fuck these bitches. And 2 men in particular really were not ideal. I mean, men in Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No
They were
offense.
not giving what needs to be gave.
No. And they just fuck around, and it's not fun. But I was feeling some type of way, and I like went over to my homie's house, and we just like wrote for 8 hours, and
That's
it was like
fire.
literally the best. Yeah, it was great.
So that was like your first experience like making a song.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like if you can remember like the first time like you went to a studio and like put some shit down and like how?
I
was
mean,
the experience?
technically, the first time I went to a studio was in like 2009.
Oh, okay.
When I was
Okay.
like 14 years old. Super embarrassing. But I did like a bunch of covers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was like Colby Calais covers and Sarah Bareilles.
Okay.
I originally started as like more of like a jazz
Mm-hmm.
soft rock singer. And then I've just always had a spot for R&B.
Yeah.
This has been my thing.
So would you say that's like your sound is kind of just in the R&B realm?
Yeah, R&B pop for sure.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
How'd you get to like figuring that out to be your sound? Like I know you said like you've kind of had a soft spot for it, but did you have to like play around a lot to try and like figure out or?
I think it's more like, obviously, like I'm episode 27. I'm 27. There's a lot that like I feel has happened over the years, and a lot of shadow work that you do, and like you always want to try to heal your inner child.
Yes.
And I'm kind of at like a point in my artist where I'm at like my first stage where it's like 5-year-old me is like so happy right now because she was obsessed with like Alicia Keys, TLC, Destiny's Child, like when they were in the come up, like oh my God, that was like everything to me for real. And Ashanti, like you know all of them.
Of course.
So I feel like that's kind of where I am right now, where I'm like, oh, I feel so cool.
Yeah,
like,
like you're actually doing it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
dope.
how I pictured myself when I was that age, you know? So just having fun with it.
Yeah,
I love
looking- So those are like your inspirations. Do you have like anybody else that's?
Well, obviously Rihanna.
Yeah.
You can't not mention Rihanna, but Shakira also,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that era growing up.
I know.
Waka waka eh.
I know.
Man,
well,
that
and
shit
it's so
had me
funny.
in a chokehold.
Yeah.
For real.
Well, I remember like the first time I heard Shakira, I was I think I was in like 2nd grade, and I was driving with my dad through Boston, and he was like, you know, Shakira's Colombian, and I was like,
That struck a nerve.
I'm Colombian. Like, yeah, it was really cool. And then, you know, her and Alicia Keys were definitely 2 huge influences. And Avril Lavigne. Avril Lavigne was my first concert. Yeah. You know.
Really?
That's sick.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I would have
How old were
died
you?
to go
I was
to one of
8.
those.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
I was
dope.
just so obsessed with her, and my parents were like, oh, let's feed into this.
Yeah.
And
That's so
so,
cute.
yeah, I was like the concert kid, and then my younger brother was like the Celtics games and like that sort of thing. I don't really go to sports games.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about
either.
that.
Yeah. I know. I haven't been to a Celtics game like ever.
To be honest, I love going to Red Sox games,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just for the hot dogs and the beers.
That's fair. The hot dogs.
And the
definitely.
vibes.
the vibes, week, and like doing the waves.
The waves?
Like, come on now. I am always down for that. Always.
Literally. So, like, you like going to concerts. What other concerts did you go to when you were younger? A lot.
I've gone to like over hundreds and hundreds of
feel
concerts.
so you
at
definitely hit
this
JB
point.
like a couple times.
Oh,
huh?
and actually never.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
I was like, it's either a hit or a miss when I'm saying this right now. That's crazy.
So I had an experience with Avril Lavigne when she released her Under My Skin album. I went to that tour, and the girl behind me was like screaming, like not in a good way, like bloody murder screaming. As it was just the worst.
Yeah.
And I heard his concerts were like that, and I was like, there's no point of buying tickets to a concert like that. Unfortunately, like I always loved him as an artist, and I definitely was like,
Oh my God, JB.
hi, like I'm here. I thought he was gonna end up with a Latina, but we don't have to.
Yeah. Let's
talk about that.
Don't even get me started.
For real.
The internet right now is crazy.
Between that and then
Insane.
fucking Bad Bunny with Kendall Jenner.
Yeah. That's
Benito,
fucking
like,
crazy.
Benito, come on now, bro.
What are we doing? The biggest colonizer out here?
Oh, the KKK got you too? Damn.
Fucking like I can't. I'm like
At least Rosalia and
I
at least Rosalia
stop.
and I can
I've been
never say his
listening to
name.
Beso Rao.
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 Okay. Okay.
Um
At least they're together. 'Cause
no,
they
I've been
are
listening.
thriving.
Have you heard the song Beso? It's like it's both of them and like they're engaged now.
Wait, was that the song that he used in the slideshow?
Yeah,
of them?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Bro, the slideshow was so cute.
I feel like that song is gonna manifest me love for real. I'm like listening to it and I'm like, I believe in love again.
Yeah, right?
I think it's gonna make a comeback. Like between them and then like there was one other couple. Oh, Zendaya and Tom Holland. I feel like love. There's hope.
They're so cute too.
They are. They're like the
Like,
same. I
I
feel
know.
like.
Well,
So different.
They remind me of something, but like, cause like Tom Holland's more like extroverted and Zendaya's more introverted, but it's just like it's so cute.
Bro,
I
the
love-
fucking like videos of them like at the Spider-Man like thing, and they would be talking about it, but like Tom kept giving away like the
Yeah, he's like, "Oh."
like spoilers, and she, like Zendaya's looking at him like, yeah, you're not supposed to say that. Like, bro, that show was so
That's
funny.
the Gemini versus Virgo. Like,
Is that what they are? Is she's a Gemini? Yeah?
She's a
And
Virgo.
She's a Virgo.
You know,
okay.
she's an INFJ, he's an ENFP.
What? Wait, she's an INFJ?
Yeah, and he's an ENFP.
That just gave me. That just actually gave me so much hope. I did not think she was an introvert. We have to make you take that.
Oh yeah,
test
you
too.
have to take this test.
I'm an INFP.
Oh! Stop!
Yeah, no, I know that test.
Wait, because I deadass looked at you and I thought you had no idea what the fuck we were talking
Yeah.
Oh
about.
no, I graduated psychology
Oh,
with a
period.
minor in criminal justice. Yeah.
Okay.
You
Damn,
know
that's
all about the
crazy.
MBTI. Okay.
That's 2 weeks in a row where people knew their type.
That's crazy. Yeah, we like never get that.
Yeah.
People are always
Really?
like, yeah, like let's take
take
the
the
test.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're an INFP.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's so
That's
many.
her
My
the same-
mom.
Vomit.
Mom, I know
Yeah.
so many INFPs. It's crazy. Like half the people we've had take the test end up being INFPs. I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah, but like I feel like it's just like people that end up being around me like end up being like.
She attracts them.
I do. I swear to God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
But so like college.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, what was that like?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to like 3 different colleges because I
should.
started at UMassol, joined a sorority, became an alcoholic.
Wow, sorority
Hey.
life is crazy. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever like
Bro.
personally like met.
I wouldn't
somebody and-
blame sorority life. Like, I mean, obviously there's like a stereotype for a reason, for
Yeah.
fucking sure. But like, I definitely went in there for all the wrong reasons. I was like, I just want to party. And
What year
so
was
I
that?
really, that was 2013 to 2015.
Okay.
So this is at UMass Lowell.
Yeah. And I like kind of fucked myself over for real. And then I took 2 years off technically and like just worked 3 different jobs. Like it was honestly miserable.
It'd be
Yeah.
like that.
And then I went back to school at Middlesex and that like got my confidence so back up. I was like, oh my God, right. I do like school.
I
was
do like
just
to learn.
depressed.
Yeah.
And definitely going through it. But then I went to Salem State and I graduated with a 3.8.
Wow. Okay. Love that for you.
Thanks. Me too. Me too. I feel like I really worked for that.
Yeah.
So,
And in psych, right?
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which,
Like in criminal justice, you said.
Yeah, yeah.
I was wanted to do that too. I switched up so many times, but I feel like that's a dope combination.
Yeah.
Definitely go together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do something like a huge part of me wants to go to law school because I fucking love arguing. I love it. It makes me so happy inside. There's like a burning passion.
Yeah.
And especially with like some fuck shit, you know? But like
Yes.
then the other part of me is like, oh my God, that's so much school.
Yeah, that's
so
the
much
issue.
school.
That's the biggest issue with anything like psych or law. Like, if you want a doctorate in psychology, you gotta go like 8 fucking years of school, and then law school in itself. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right? Law school, like, that's like even a triggering fucking combination of words.
I know.
Like, law school is crazy. But shit, Kim K did it, so you could do it too.
My mom did it. She became a lawyer, and then she didn't practice, though. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
She literally went all through law school, did all this shit,
I
became
still
a lawyer.
can't wrap my head around
and then
that.
she was like, you know what? I'm going to be an accountant instead.
Have you seen New Girl?
Yeah.
Very Nick Miller of her.
Yeah, right? Like,
he's like, I passed the bar, so I knew that I could.
I'm like, girl, how you do that? Well, okay.
I passed the bar just so I could say that I did it.
I guess. What school did you like the best out of all 3?
I want to say Salem State, but Middlesex, I loved my professors. Like, there was one professor that I had twice in one semester.
Okay.
I had him on different days, but I had him literally every day. So,
I
like,
love
we
that.
really got to know each other. And he was just like, I don't know. He was really, I don't know. He built my confidence up so much. Like, he just told me how impressed he was with me as a student and, like, my writing ability and everything. Like, we had one of our final assignments was, like, a 15-page paper, and it was, like, worth some chunk, like, big chunk of our grade. And I only made it to, like, I want to say 10 pages. And I'm pretty sure that was with the references
It'd be
at
like
the
that.
end. And I got a 14 out of 15 in
Damn.
grading because the material and everything in it was
So
like,
good.
yeah. He was like,
That's
you
good.
provided so much information in such a short,
Yeah.
in it. So that I was like, oh my God.
Literally. Because wait, what was the minimum amount of pages that you had to do?
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah. Which is why it was like graded in a 15 point. That was like the
okay.
whole thing. I don't know. But
So you definitely got the point across.
No,
like, that's
oh,
good.
yeah. Well, which again, that's why I'm like, I love arguing.
Yeah.
I could argue all day.
And it plays into like the whole writing role of like music and stuff.
Yeah,
too. Like,
yeah,
just being
yeah.
a good writer, like you know you
Yes.
got that, you can like
Facts.
write anything.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I do love, that's definitely something.
On that note, so you like writing versus freestyling more?
I can't freestyle like
Yeah.
that. Like, I can when you give me like a random like song and then I have to sing words over that
like
song.
bar for bar kind of thing.
Like if you gave me Mary Had a Little Lamb, I could sing like a totally different song in the tune of Mary.
So yeah, like
Had a
the
Little Lamb.
melody. You got the melody, but
Yeah.
okay.
But it'll be a stupid fucking song.
Yeah.
Like, it will never be anything good. So I do like writing. I usually bring like a pad and a pen to the studio and like write like that. Because I can't do it on my phone either.
yeah.
I
would
lose
be the
all of my
same.
notes.
And then
Yeah.
it's like you can't, sometimes I feel it gets like lost in the sauce. It's kind of just like, all right, well, I can't even really remember what the fuck I was talking about on this note. Like, you know, I kind of got to do it like right here, right now.
Yeah. And I feel like there is something too, like sometimes I'll do a feature where someone will already have a verse written down for me, but I'll have to like copy it down and like redo it that way so that I can like really hone in on what he's trying to say and what I'm trying to relay in the song.
That's that note-taking strategy because you know how, like, in school, they always tell you, like, if you take notes or, like, you're reading something, like, redo the notes so it will actually, like, get ingrained in your head. That's why I feel like writing stuff down versus, like, taking notes on a phone in any, like, aspect is just way better. Like, even in school, like, they'd be like, yeah, you can take notes on the iPad. I'm like, no, I just want to write it. Like, I just want to write it down.
Yes.
And that's like a psychological thing.
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm
God,
pretty
yeah.
sure.
No,
So-
I mean, like, to that, I would do that with my notes. Like, I would write one note down on 4 different papers. Like, I would rewrite the notes 4 different times to just, like, really, it's really meditative to an extent. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely.
you want to absorb the information, which I feel like people are always trying to copy paste. Like,
Yeah.
you want to absorb it and feel it. And, like, that's what I feel like in my music. That's what I really try to do, which is why it's hard for me to, like, sing things that other people write for me.
Yeah.
I don't feel it as much.
It's
But-
not necessarily you. Like, you could put your own spin on it, but if it's not you, it's not going to feel as authentic, probably.
Yeah. I think there was only one instance where someone wrote something and I was like, yeah, that sounds like me. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Let's do it. And that was a weed song. So
I love that.
coming out 420, actually.
Oh,
And that's your birthday.
And it's my birthday.
damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really
So
excited.
do you think that that's why, like, you're, like, so have obviously you probably smoke regardless, but, like, do you think that's why you're so, like, drawn to, like, the cannabis industry and, like, promoting it so heavily?
I think maybe.
Yeah.
There is definitely something to it. Like, I actually hated that my birthday was 420 for a really long time when I was younger because I didn't smoke weed. I was like, that's drugs.
Yeah.
I don't do drugs
Oh my God,
like
I'm
that.
tied
Like,
with the devil. Fuck.
Bro, I was like a good Christian girl, like had that Christian guilt all the fucking
Oh, I
time.
feel
I
that.
didn't swear, I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs. And then something happened when I turned 16. I was like, I
It's
got
always
a
16. It's always 16.
I had
a turning
huge
point.
crush on a man. And I just gained this new best friend who was from Germany, so it felt really European. So I was
Okay.
like,
So
this
let's just
European.
smoke on the...
Exactly. She was like, "Oh, I'll take a hit of the bowl," and I was like, "Fuck it, me too. I'll do that."
Wee wee.
You know, literally.
I'm kidding. I know Germans don't say wee.
In Belgium, is Belgium a part of Germany?
Fuck if I know.
You know what? Never
wait,
mind.
wait,
I'm not
wait.
even gonna try to be smart
I know, right? no bullshit. It might be.
Belgian? No.
because I'm like in Belgium they do, but I don't know. Isn't that? I'm gonna look.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I was gonna look it up if you don't because
Google my bestie.
I feel like it's something like I can't even say. I'm gonna sound fucking stupid.
Belgium.
Bro. Belgium. It's Belgium, like
it is
Belgian,
Belgium.
Belgium. I don't think
Oh,
that's
Belgian. If
Belgium's
you're
a
someone's Belgian,
language.
you're from Belgium.
Yeah,
type
but
shit.
is it in German?
I don't know.
West Europe, bordered by the north of to the east by. It's
Wait, so
by
is-
Germany.
Okay.
So okay, they're like
They're
between them.
neighboring.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
twins.
But I guess
Okay.
they're different.
Okay. I wonder if they speak.
Sorry, guys.
I wonder if they speak a different. Oh, the light. It's not in my face. I wonder if they speak a different language.
I've heard people from Belgium speak French. That's why I was. That's why I was like, well, in Belgium they do. Because you're like, I know they don't sing. Yeah.
Europe
Oui,
be
oui.
confusing to me because they're like
know.
all like close. Like I just found out this year, and like I know geography like okay, but I've never been to Europe, and I just found out that like you can basically get anywhere in Europe in an hour. Whereas like
isn't
I
that
didn't,
crazy?
I didn't realize the U.S. was like that fucking big.
Yeah.
Like compared to Europe.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, Europe's like
I wanna go to
Texas,
Europe so
like
bad. That's
basically, and I'm like,
crazy.
huh, like what the fuck?
Right. I want to go.
insane.
Yeah.
Have you ever been? I know you travel like
Yeah.
mad.
I have gone to Italy and Spain. I went to Madrid and Toledo, and then a couple other places that I unfortunately cannot remember right now. I can look at the geotag. And then Rome
That's
in
dope.
Italy. Yeah, it was amazing.
Was it a culture
definitely
shock?
amazing. No.
No.
No, I feel like I'm half Colombian, I'm half Italian and Irish. I'm really ethnically ambiguous, so wherever I go for the most part, unless it's like heavily white, I can fit in pretty fine for the most part.
Yeah.
That's dope.
No, that's fire.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to Spain. My dad lives out there. So I'm trying to see.
You should go. What?
Right? I've never been there. The
Are
only-
you Spanish?
Yeah, I'm Venezuelan. And
Okay.
half white too. So
Okay.
feel
Cool
you.
girl. Can you speak?
a little bit. But
Same.
like you, I can like understand way more than I
Like
can
a no
speak.
sabo
Because
thing,
I don't have because I don't have anybody to practice with. you know?
No. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
We are out here. The no sabo kids are out here.
The no sabo kids are out here, bruh. Like, I don't even be feeling that bad because, like, I know half the Puerto Rican population in the U.S. can't speak at all.
Facts.
Like, at all. So I'm just like,
I just wish,
I
I feel like
know.
everywhere else speaks two languages. I want to
I
speak.
know. I feel that.
oh, it's crazy that they, like, grow up there in elementary school learning a different language.
It is weird too, cause like I don't know. I think about it like in my family, like all my family, besides like my generation, like above mine, they all speak Greek like everywhere else in my family. But then like we didn't learn. Like, my mom's parents are, like, straight from Greece, but she doesn't know how to speak. Like, she can understand a little bit, and I just feel like it's more like, I don't know. I don't really know what it is, but I feel like it's more like this time period or something.
Yeah.
It's like Americanization almost. I don't even know if that's a word, but I think
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
Yeah, and like I feel like once you come here, it's like, all right, now everybody just wants to learn English so that they can fit in. And then as like you're getting older, it's like, but wait, like no, like I'm missing that part of me. Like actually, like now I want it, and it's like there was probably a reason why I came fresh off the boat and was like, we actually need to learn English, like, and we need to have you know pretty much mostly English so you can get a good like education, and like now motherfuckers is like,
That's
fuck,
how
bro.
fucking America is, bro. They just what's the word for it? The word that they do.
That word
That they do to the people that come here. That
I feel like I know
Simulate?
assimilate.
Assimilate.
Yes, the cultural
Yes.
assimilation of America is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, they just want everybody to do that, and it works. Like, now in most countries they speak English, like in Europe and like a bunch of others, which is crazy.
I feel like that was probably more because of the Queen.
Oh yeah, definitely England.
Yeah.
England.
England.
And they had a very big influence here as well.
Yes,
so.
as well, yes.
Fuck the red coats.
The bitches are coming.
Do you remember when everyone was so upset about the Queen?
Yeah.
Bitch.
I was like,
Who is she to you?
Did not give a fuck. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, that's
So-
Queen. That's
Yeah, that's Queen. What are you talking about?
Don't disrespect the dead. You heard?
Really pour one out.
Right over the speaker. Sorry, Gabe. Don't get mad.
Sorry, guy.
Sorry, Gob.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Who are some of your dream collabs? We talked about like your inspos, but like, so I would assume some of them might be. But do you have any more?
I think like the biggest one for me right now that I'm really trying to manifest is Bia.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Bia, I don't know why that feels like at reach.
Yeah.
But like it feels like something I could really work towards. I'm like,
you got that.
Most definitely, bro.
right?
She's not. She's like. I feel like she's up there, but like, she's not too out of reach.
Like if
She's
I
chill, and
hit, if I
she's from
hit the
here.
right,
She's from
like
here.
if I just set it up in the right way, like maybe.
Yeah.
That manifesting is gonna do what it needs to. You know?
I feel
Especially
like
as spiritual as you are.
yeah.
in so many relationships that I have, I am 1 degree away from her. Like
Bro,
it's
I
like
was
someone who
literally-
knows her or is friends with her, and I'm like right there. I'm like, ugh. I can feel it, but yeah.
Were you the one that told me about that connection where it's like wherever
Yes.
you are, you're 6 people away from where you like who like
You're
if you,
always 6 people
people
away
away.
from
like whoever like you say
Yeah.
like Kanye
Bia.
West.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just an
yeah.
example. Like somehow I'm somewhere in between 6 people away from
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I'm
exactly.
I am 1 degree away from Rihanna.
Yeah. That's
There
crazy.
you go.
See, like it just gets shorter and shorter the more you know. Like
Or
if you actually
More
like,
connections you make.
yeah.
Right?
It's wild. As
Wild. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like when you
You met Rihanna, and he was like, yeah.
Like bitch.
Okay, like, do you know that you met God, or like?
Like,
Okay.
you're just gonna act like it's nothing.
He was like, I thought she was Teyana Taylor. I was like,
are you actually?
how do you do that? How do you do that?
that's disrespectful.
It was so. I was like,
That's disrespectful.
when
Teyana
he explained-
Taylor?
Apparently, he was really fucked up.
Yeah,
he
you
just
had
saw
to have
Teyana. Like he
been.
was
Had to
at
have
a party with all of these like heavy celebrities, and was like, yeah. I was like,
Yeah, I'm a Rihanna.
because he's friends with like the ASAP mob.
Oh. Hey, fucking yo.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I'm like, I feel like I'm like 1 degree away
Low
from.
key, wait, low key. Then I met Rocky, so like low key, I would be 1 degree.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There you go.
You really were. And regardless, because you met him a minute ago, but they were still like not together, but like,
yeah, but whatever,
linked
bro.
up.
They're linked like that.
Yeah.
Life is just
Rocky
crazy
and
like
Rihanna?
that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're having another kid.
Oh yeah. They're-
Nah, she met Rocky a while ago. So what I was
met him
saying,
in
No, it still counts.
Yeah, right?
It still
Because they were
1000%
still, like,
counts.
linked
They were
up.
homies.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like
Fashion
ever.
Killer,
Yeah.
2012.
Oh my!
So,
Ever
2011.
since that, I was never a Rihanna Drake. I was Rihanna ASAP. Ever since
Yes.
Fashion Killer, I was like Rihanna ASAP, and everyone was like, "But her and Drake," and I was like,
No.
"Shut the fuck up!" Nobody like.
you sound like a fucking munchkin. Like, what the hell?
I never
It's
liked
just
that,
that
either.
like Drake is just such like.
Drake is cool, but Drake like makes me cringe. Like
So
when I think of
often.
him like interacting with a woman for some reason.
Yeah,
Sorry
when
Aubrey,
he's
I
sorry,
love you, but
When he's being funny, I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. But when he's like, no,
Yeah, like, I feel like he
Like,
just
he's-
has no riz.
like imagine him trying to slide on you. Like just
No.
imagine.
no.
I'd fold so quick, but
I like, okay, this is such an unpopular opinion.
it's probably
I
gonna be
don't think
popular,
he's that.
I
Cute.
don't either. But I love him. He was
I'm
like one of my
not, like-
first favorite artists, but I never thought he was like that cute.
though. Yeah. He's definitely not fucking ugly.
No.
So,
No, not
No, yeah, but I'm like,
can't win them all, you know.
Yeah.
You're a great artist.
Yeah, you got that.
yeah,
on
yeah. I
lock,
mean, like
bro.
he made it there for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
absolutely.
So
Oh,
put respect
Drake.
on his name.
For
Even
real.
though Rihanna broke his heart and he immediately went to Chris Brown to make a fucking song.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
That's disrespectful.
I honestly like. I do not like Chris Brown.
I wish he didn't dance the way he dances.
I know he's a good dancer. And he makes some good music, especially back in the day. Like all those all those songs in like the 2010s were busting. But
It's crazy how they had like a whole other fucking sound in that era.
yeah, it was like that. I wish I could like mimic like that type of sound like with my like mouth, like the way the beats were.
Bro, right?
Those were
Like a
like, all my
G6.
middle school dances, high school dances.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a G6. Every time it's like August into September, I'm like, I'm on my fall vibe, and it's always like a G6. It's when I started playing
vibe.
like a G6. I'm like,
My
I'm gonna
fall
go to the Topsfield Fair and like for what?
Relive this shit, bro.
No, all the,
Bubbles
with those
in the
fucking
eyes.
Kanye glasses with the like
With the
stripes.
Yes.
Bro, that was a whole
And the
fucking
airbrush
era.
shirts. Are
Oh
you
my God,
fucking kidding
stop.
me?
I actually want fucking airbrush shirts because I don't
Right?
think I've ever like gotten them.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah,
Well,
that shit-
they had their time and then they passed, and then no one wore them. But I actually recently just got one last year from a homie that. So I hopped on the track with Don ZOP, and he's like pretty big coming up in Connecticut, and so that track's on the radio, which is so fucking cool, and I feel
Word.
so honored and like
Yeah, that's
grateful
dope.
to him and his crew. But it's like the young tatted homies, so he gave me a shirt that has like YTH
Young
air,
Tatted homie.
yeah, like airbrushed on it. It's
That's
I don't know.
dope.
I'm like, this is so early 2000. Like it's my
Yeah.
vibe,
Okay, Y2K.
I love
right?
that.
It's awesome.
me
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
2K.
I love it.
That's dope.
He also has like a trucker hat too that he just gave me. He was like, yeah. So I'm like, this
Oh,
is
airbrush
so.
too?
No,
yeah.
actually, it's like it has what is it called when it's like
Like knitted. Or
Yeah, something like-
sewed in, like whatever.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That
There's a word for it.
Fuck, I just had it.
Damn.
Embroidered?
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
Just give her a
Gotcha,
second.
gotcha.
She gonna cook. She
For
gonna
real,
cook.
I
We
love it.
eating good.
We ain't too good.
Mm-hmm.
What are some like struggles you faced like since you got into this music business?
I feel like you could take that a couple different directions.
No
Yeah,
bullshit.
deadass.
It's a broad question.
Definitely
It's a broad
broad.
question. Like, I think the biggest struggle I face is like not having money for studio time and shit,
Yeah.
and like everything that I want to do. In this fucking economy, I am dying.
Yeah.
Literally dying.
Especially in mass, like
bro.
yeah.
That's
I-
frustrating.
I get
Because money is like everything, and then money is also like status in Boston. So it's like really competitive. But that I feel like, other than that, like yeah, as a woman out here advocating for myself 24/7, you meet a lot of microaggression throughout the industry, and I feel like every artist can say that
Oh yeah.
for sure. I feel like every woman artist has said that to me at some point. Like, it's just the micros. Like, they don't even realize that they're doing it. And it's like, yo, I know what you're saying. Like, I've gotten mansplained so often. And it is a threat to my sanity.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
That's a good way to put it.
It is.
Yeah. But definitely that, for sure.
Yeah. So being a female in the industry is like, how would you say your experience has been other than that?
I mean, it's, for me, I feel like I've been lucky to have kind of like, I mean, it's hard. It's really hard because there's like the constant, like, I feel like I dress more like tomboy,
Yeah.
especially to studio sessions, because I'm like, don't fucking look at me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Don't try to lay down any line. Like, it really, the amount of guys that I've had to like up front be like, I don't shit where I eat.
Yeah.
Like, I do not do that. I will never do that. And I'm not here for it. And like, the one time that I like breached that boundary, it's like, it's not been weird, but it's just like, now he just thinks that that's it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
He doesn't take you
Nah.
as seriously.
Yeah.
well, it's like he'll like hit me up all romantic and like, let's work on the song again and blah blah blah. And I'm like, ugh, can you not? Like,
Yeah.
I'm good, dude.
Yeah, like,
I'm
strictly
fucking
business.
yeah. Well, and it's not like it was like it's not that serious.
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah, yeah.
not that serious. So it wasn't like something so detrimental, but like there were definitely reasons that there were boundaries. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's definitely been a thing. And like just being kind of treated differently. Like, I feel like men walk on eggshells around me kind of, just because they're like, either they don't want to be perceived in a certain way. Like, it's such a weird dichotomy of like men being like, yo, let me holler at you. And then like, I don't want to touch you.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Facts.
okay, can we just treat me like a fucking person? Like, I'm not any, like, I'm going to treat you like I treat everybody, because that's just should be how it is. But
Yeah. Like common respect.
yeah. So I think that definitely has been like a huge struggle, just to be taken more seriously. But for the most part, I've made a lot of my connections through my performances, and like I take those very seriously. So when I like perform, I won't smoke for like the week before the performance, and I will like try. I have only performed a little buzz twice in my life. But for the most part, I'm like raw dogging that shit because I just want to like be completely present and make sure that I don't fuck up. And like, it has obviously paid off because I do have a lot of people who respect me, and I feel like that has been really cool. But I've only been doing this shit for 3 years. Like, I
Yeah.
have so much further to push.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool ritual. I
Yeah.
feel like not a lot of people like do that. Like take a break from
Say that.
from like the substances and like
Well, and
or like be like self-aware about it like that.
yeah, there's this like, you think you are more close to spirituality when you indulge in certain drugs, whether they be like hallucinogenic or weed. But personally, I feel like I'm even more connected when I am raw dogging it a little bit more, because I just feel like I don't know, I'm more like with it, so I notice things. Like, obviously when I am tripping, like, that's just a beautiful spiritual experience.
Yeah.
That's not something that I'm trying to overanalyze or anything, but if I'm trying to accomplish something, it's way better for me specifically to like go at it with a clear head.
Yeah. And not any like fogginess in the brain
Yeah.
with like the
Yeah.
substances and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
That's
a lot of
dope.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I try to do everything with like that sort of intention where like I'm trying to manifest at every step, which like definitely gives more anxiety because I feel like when I'm not, I am so mean to myself. I'm
When
like,
you're not what?
like
when you're not-
manifesting or like
Yeah.
trying to do, like I try to do something productive every single day, and that's just not possible.
I know.
And
When
when I'm
some days you just need to
yeah, and when
It's
I'm
tough,
not
though.
there, like,
know.
oh my God, I'm so mean to myself.
I know.
It's so fucked, which is why Pisces season fucks me up so much,
Yeah.
because I need to relax, but I don't plan for the relaxing. So it just feels like
so heavy, bro. I definitely feel that. It's
Yeah.
tough.
yeah.
But you gotta give yourself credit, like when you're doing, like you're constantly doing stuff, so you deserve the relaxation. You know.
100%. So you touched on like two different things that I want to talk about: performing and tripping. We'll go with performing first. Keep it on the music. But like, what was your first time performing? And like, second question: do you like performing?
So my first performance as Teja was January 22nd, 2021.
Okay.
Which is why like the women's meetup was so amazing, because it was the first time I met Allie was January 22nd, because she performed in that same show. And then it was like a year later we were having an all women's day event.
Yeah.
It just felt very like cosmic.
Oh, it was the same day?
Yeah.
That date is
that's
crazy.
fire.
1 2 2 2 1 backwards. 1 2 2 2 1.
Oh wait, no. I'm oh yeah, 1 2 2. Because I was like, wait, it was 2022, not 2021, but it was 2022 was when I started performing as Teja.
Okay.
2021, I started releasing music.
Got you.
I started writing my first song in November of 2020.
Okay.
So I didn't have my first release until 2021, and then I released a couple. And then 2022 is when I started performing.
Okay.
And then I released Too Much on 2/22/22. Because I'm all about those numbers.
Yes, I love that.
But I actually didn't realize the 1/21/21 thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's wild. But that was my first show, and I love performing. I think it's so much fun.
Were you like shitting bricks or no?
Like no. I tried to like turn it into excitement. That since it was my first show, I was like especially raw dogging it. Like I think I went more than a week without smoking. I think I like really was like actively working on it. So it was less nerves that I was gonna fuck up and more like, damn, I hope they like me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know I don't know if this is gonna be for me. Like I've never done this before. But then when I did it, it was completely just like this. Oh, fuck yeah. Like, this is definitely what I want to do.
It felt right.
Yeah.
That's
just because I like vibing with people. Like, when I'm on stage, I feel like it's easy to, like, facilitate the vibe, which is, like, when I go out with my friends, I feel like I'm, like, purveyor of the vibes. Like, as an Aries, you probably understand. We love to party.
Yes, sir.
So being on stage is just, like, partying with people.
Yeah.
So it's
and
like...
you get to, like you said, curate and, like, control the vibe in the room.
And so far, everybody likes it. So
that's fire.
I keep
How many
going with that.
other performances have you had?
I think up to this point, I've performed 7 or 8 times.
Fire.
That's
Got a
dope.
good amount under your belt.
Yeah. And I had a list of things that I wanted to accomplish, and I did that year, which was really cool. Like I performed in 2 different festivals, and I performed out of the state, which was really cool. And like I recorded out of state a few different times, and I don't know, like those little, like the little things. I was like, these are things that I want to accomplish this year. And then I guess now this year I have new stuff, and I already, getting on the radio, which is fucking insane. Like, I've only been doing this for 3 years.
Exactly.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like weird imposter syndrome for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you'd like be at this level so quickly?
No.
That's fire.
Definitely not. But I also don't feel like I'm at this level. You know what I mean? I'm like,
You
said,
never
impossible.
really feel like
No.
where you are, I feel like.
yeah, I'm like, I'm on the radio, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so poor.
Yeah.
It's definitely a weird like, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
Super
definitely
cool,
give
though.
yourself credit.
Yeah.
Don't be hard on
Thank
yourself.
you.
Don't.
Now that I
know you be hard on yourself, don't.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You got that shit on the radio, bruh. Not a lot of people could say that.
You got all those performances, like you accomplished your goals,
Yes.
and you're gonna continue.
Literally.
Oh my God, ladies. Thank you so much.
Of course. Of course.
appreciate
Gotta give the
that.
credit where it's due,
For
bro.
real.
I really
It is
appreciate
what it
that.
is, of course. So now tripping.
Tripping.
We got you in the field of shrooms right now. So let's talk about it. I kind of want to ask like what your first time tripping was and like how old you were, what got you into that, because you grew up a good Christian lady.
Yeah.
Me or my emo.
One of my kind.
With Jesus. I was 19 and it was shrooms. Shrooms were my first trip. And it was with my best friend and we were in my college dorm. And it was a really nice, I don't know, the first time I like broke things down in my head in such a manner, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I feel like if you're actually going into it trying to like have the, you know, you're not supposed to go into it with expectations.
Yeah.
You're just supposed to ride the wave. And that was a really good trip for me, for sure. That was a nice
dope.
wave. Acid, the first time I did that was the same year. Probably like in February.
Few month like difference type shit or what? Because that's kind of how it was for me. I did shrooms and then like a little bit after I did acid.
Yeah, I think just like a couple months. And that one was wild. That was like an interesting first trip. I don't think I knew what I was supposed to feel, but I did have a moment with one of my best friends to this day. Like she is my soulmate, one of my soulmates for sure. We took a bath together and we just like chilled and we're like smoking and we were like, this is so nice.
Yeah.
But it wasn't weird. Yeah. And it was the first time I'd been like naked with someone else in a tub and have it be like
Not
when you
weird.
were kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so it's
I-
like an inner child.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cute.
And I feel like that's how I look at her. Like, I feel like she literally is my family. Like, I look at her as a sister. So it just was, it felt really natural. And I think that was like probably the best thing that came out of that trip was like my best friend.
Yeah,
Aw,
that's dope.
I love
For
that.
sure. Yeah. But I've had my best trips with my best friends. Like, another one was at Electric Forest.
Oh, you went to
And-
that?
Oh my God, yeah.
That's
I've gone
dope.
to like I love festivals
Yeah,
so
we
much.
do
So if you've
too.
been- yeah, so
Yeah.
you guys have where have you gone?
We haven't gone
Rolling
to
Loud.
like EDM
Yeah, we
fest,
haven't-
but like
It's a
You need
goal.
to go to a camping festival.
I
they
want to
hit
so
different.
fucking
They
bad.
hit so different.
I want to go to
It's-
Okeechobee
I
in
know.
Yeah,
Florida.
that's a good
bro.
one. I've heard that's a good one. I think. But Electric Forest, I highly
It looks
recommend.
Where is that
Sick.
held?
It's in Rutland, Michigan.
Yeah. I knew it was somewhere weird like that.
So what's
Yeah.
the weather like?
I mean, it's warm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
in the summer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, obviously you have to pack for all occasions, but
Yeah.
Go camping festival so bad.
oh my God, yeah, no, definitely do it. Because it's so like I've never in E-Forest I've only bought VIP because they have showers and like early
smart.
entrance stuff and like side things where like I went from seeing Bass Nectar, fuck that guy, and ran to catch Alice in Wonderland set and I literally was in the front row. Like I caught her set midway and was like,
saw her.
Yeah, she was at Buku.
Buku.
We went to Buku and
That's
Like
Like,
walked past her set and we were like, what the
Yeah.
We were like, oh my god.
She's so dope. I love
Yeah.
her. For sure. But yeah, no, me and my best friend, I had like a few bad acid trips up to this point.
It's part of the
So-
game.
You have
bruh.
to.
I literally looked
You
at her. I
have
was
to.
like, you were my guide.
Yeah.
And she helped me have the absolute best trip I've ever had in my life. Like I've never laughed that hard. Like at one point we were on this bus and like laughing so hard that I looked at her and I was like, I don't know if I'm crying. And she was like, me neither. We're all just like drenched in tears, but like couldn't stop. It was great. And yeah, she's another one of my soulmates for sure.
Love that. Love that. Have you ever been to like any like how many festivals have you been to actually? And were they all EDM?
No, Voodoo Fest in New Orleans is more of a variety.
That was like Buku, and that was in New Orleans.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I wanted to go to Buku, but I
the
couldn't get
best.
down there.
And now they're not doing it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they said
Oh.
that they're taking a break, but
Yeah.
with things like that, you never know if they're actually gonna
Yeah.
come back.
No,
or
that's a hard
actually
one.
stop. But Yeah, we went last year for my birthday. It was crazy. I liked it because it was little like EDM and rap, like
And,
people. So
like,
it was kind of like a mix in it.
A
It was, like,
variety is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like because I don't know. I think it was good because I was like, okay, EDM, like that's a little like, you know, I don't actually like actively listen to them.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like on the way to like Tyler's set, you're seeing like Alice in Wonderland. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling the vibes, like what to
Yes.
expect if I do go, because I want to.
Yeah, EDM is definitely like you start by liking like probably like Zed or something like vibey, and then you go and you take like MDMA.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you're headbanging to like and that's the gateway. But it's also like I used to listen to hardcore bands, and like in high school I was super into like metal and like deathcore.
Yeah, I fuck with that
boyfriend
too.
core, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
So I would be in like the mosh pits and the circle pits and that shit. So
Yeah.
like it felt very like a lateral shift going from
Yes.
there to like headbanging at a again, fuck Bass Nectar, but Bass Nectar set kind of thing. But we love Grizz. Grizz is like probably one of the best EDM shows that I would say
gonna
to
have to
go
look
to.
into that.
For
Yeah,
real.
he is next level, like great artist. Stands for great things. Is just like such a good person.
Yeah.
But Bonnaroo also was not
God, I
all
wanna go to
EDM.
Bonnaroo
Bonnaroo
so
was
bad.
amazing.
Is that a
for
festival?
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's in Tennessee.
I also want to go to that one.
That also has like a huge variety of artists. It's not just EDM. But I think those probably are the two major. I mean, E-Forest, like there is a lot of EDM, but there are also like the String Cheese Quartet, and like I've seen other non-EDM artists there. It's just Electric Forest because like when you go into the forest,
so
there's so
fucking
many
sick.
beautiful light installations and art everywhere. It's just
We have
like
to go.
Yeah.
it's the best way. It's the best place to trip. You should 1,000%.
Okay, bet.
Yeah,
We should
1,000%.
definitely do that.
I love that. I can feel your vibes when you talk about tripping.
Literally.
It's just like vibey, like you're like in your element.
Yeah,
like
but I haven't in like years at this point.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like that just comes with age. Like at this point, I'm like, I've kind of had like a lot of really good trips.
Yeah.
I don't really see. I have done like MDMA since then.
Yeah.
That's an easy.
I know that's an
That's an easy ride.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Take a little finger dip, and you're like,
Yeah. Little finger dip. I'm dead. Yeah, the freaking anxiety come up on that.
Yeah,
though,
I
that should
don't-
be
I don't
that should
love
be a
that.
lot sometimes.
that
like
that
that.
happened to me probably like only happened to me one time.
Oh wow.
Really?
And it gave me such an anxiety attack that I had like my friend screaming at me for like an hour to like drink water and breathe because I was like, there's something wrong with me. Like I was, because again, as an Aries, I'm a little aggressive sometimes. But luckily this was like someone who like, we were mad. Fuck. I mean, we still are. Like she's one of my girls, and like we can talk to each other in such a way. So
guys
she
get
was
each
like,
other.
no, yeah, she was like, shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down and drink the water. And I was like, fine, if you must. Like, and then I would drink the water and breathe, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then I would get anxious again. There was a triggering person there for me, so that was why I think,
Definitely.
for the most part. But like since then, like I kind of love the come up. I'm like,
I feel like
We're gonna do
it's situational, honestly.
Yeah.
No bullshit. Because, like, your experience, that was situational. Like, the last day at Made in America.
Oh.
And then, like,
yeah.
for me
Ugh.
at Rolling Loud on the last day, like,
yeah.
I
I know,
yeah,
bruh.
like,
Yeah,
it's
what
just
you have
situational.
To, what you have to do in those moments, and what I found helps a lot, is like you just literally put your sunglasses on, close your eyes, feel your own energy. Like, fuck what's going on around you. That overwhelms you so quickly.
You get really like overstimulated.
Yeah,
with,
and it happens so fast, and you forget that like you need to close your eyes and just like be in yourself.
Yeah.
Because for me specifically, I hate being touched.
Really?
I
Yeah.
hate being touched. It is like the energy transfer that happens there is like, especially when I'm on drugs, I'm
Yeah.
like, don't fucking touch. I have to wear coats or like long things, but like usually when I'm tripping, I'm in my banana suit. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, we love it.
That's funny.
But yeah, so like anytime I get overwhelmed, I just kind of like
Get
and then
into
I'm
your
fine.
own energy.
Yeah. Or I like dance really crazy so nobody gets near me. And
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah.
oh, what is that person on? And I'm like, yeah, drunks, motherfucker. Stay the fuck away from me.
Literally. That's
Yeah.
mad funny. Because deadass, when I was fucking feeling, I don't mind being touched, but I know she doesn't. But like when we were on Molly and both like kind of like tweaking out, all I did was like,
Yeah.
I was
and
like, cool, let's go.
and I
for a
felt
walk.
better
Like,
then. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
like
It's like, we need to go.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I think it, yeah, it's a very situational. It really depends on who touches me. Like but at the beginning, it does not discriminate. Do not fucking touch me.
True.
And I have to
Yeah.
tell that to every single person I take it with. I have to
like I'm gonna be okay. Just let me be.
yeah, well, because I'm not outwardly freaking out.
Yeah.
But there is a time where I do not like being touched, and I'm gonna tell you if you touch me not to touch me, and I don't want you to take it personally.
Yeah.
Because it's not personal.
Yeah.
And that's just like something I
Yeah.
have to tell people beforehand because it will give me anxiety. So like
During
a lot
it,
of,
if you have to like reiterate
yeah,
it.
yeah, a lot of getting older is like preventing anxiety, like finding your triggers and talking it out.
Yeah.
Like
True.
can't
Like
fuck with that
keeping it in your head and then like
Yeah.
making yourself
It
more
doesn't
anxious.
help anyone.
It doesn't. It
And
really
nobody,
doesn't.
people have a really hard time talking about things. So, like, they just let things fester and then all of a sudden they have a weird reaction. You're like, yo, where did that fucking come from? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just better to, like, communicate.
Definitely.
Even if it's uncomfortable, everyone's going to have
Yeah.
it uncomfortable.
It's better to be uncomfortable than being uncomfortable and anxious and nobody else knows what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you're probably not even gonna get it across the way that you want
Yeah.
when you're talking about it
Exactly.
anxious.
Yeah.
Do you have anything like in the works right now?
I have a couple beats for a potential EP. Like I said, that song is coming out April 20th. But right now I'm kind of just working on like myself and like regaining my balance. Cause like I said, Pisces season this year, well, all 2022, like it was very successful for me musically, but like in every other way, it was absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
It was a very hard year for me, which is crazy because I'm 27. You guys know the 27 Club.
Yes.
Don't. No. Oh, what?
So the 27 Club, there's a thing like it's the Saturn return, basically, astrologically speaking. It starts happening when you're 27 and it goes until you're 29.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the vibes through that supposed to be like?
It's kind of like existential crisis left and right, where
Damn.
like either you set yourself up in a way where you're gonna thrive and continue to thrive and peak, or
You're gonna
you
fucking
have
spiral.
a really hard time. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's when you start thinking like, what am I doing with my life? Where am I going? Like,
Yeah.
is this even worth it? Like right now, I do genuinely struggle with finding the meaning. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like my friend was we were on this like really tall balcony. He was like, what would happen if like, it's kind of scary. There's like nothing underneath us. It's just a balcony. Like it's just going to fall. And I was like, it could.
It could.
And he was like, why does that not scare you? And I was like, I haven't found the meaning of life yet. Like if it's my time, it's my time. I don't really like have a. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna fight. Yeah. But like, it's hard.
That's
I feel you,
interesting.
bro.
So, right now, I'm kind of working on like gaining my footing again, which is great because like, as I'm coming out of my shell, I made that weed song with the guy who's gonna now drop it on 420. And that same day, the homie called me and was like, I need you to redo this sample for me. Can you come? And then that was the Saturday that I pulled up at 5:55. And then it was on the radio on Monday. So it's like, I'm coming out of my shell and like things are lining up and things are happening. Like I have this today and then 2 podcast interviews on Monday. Like
That's
things
fire.
are good. Yeah. But it's definitely a balance of trying to maintain like my mental health and like pushing forward in a way that's actually gonna give me a stable ground, rather than just like loosely like, oh, this rock feels stable and just ground. Just like, you know what I mean? I feel like I've been doing a lot of like talking on my hand, but yeah, it's been good.
That's good.
I think, but no projects that are gonna come out immediately other than that weed song, which
And
So
that's
be prepared.
okay.
I'm fine with. Honestly,
And that is
genuinely
okay.
so fine with it.
That's
To be honest.
good.
I'm
I
like,
love that.
I'm really excited for that song
Yeah.
to
Hell
come
yeah.
out.
Yeah. As you should be. The
Yeah.
fuck, you did it. Like,
Right?
yeah.
Any time I can talk about weed in a song, I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What is it called again?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, very original. No.
Stream high on
But,
420.
yeah.
At Teja.
And
Yeah.
wish her a happy motherfucking birthday.
No bullshit, bro.
'Cause- And smoke a blunt.
Smoke a blunt for
There's
me.
so much to do.
Please. Yes, please. I'm going to be at a festival in Massachusetts. I can't remember what it's called, but
Are you going
y'all
to
should pull up.
Hemfest?
No, it's like a Greenville or something. My homie, who is actually on the song, is performing it.
Oh, cool.
Like there.
That's
So
fire.
I'm kind of manifesting that we're all going to perform this.
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You
You
got this?
will. You definitely will.
I feel like we will too.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Sure.
like I was talking to the guy about it, and I was like, "You're gonna be there. He's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there."
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah, like
Sounds like
the
we
stars
should.
are aligning.
Sounds like
For
we
real.
should. Yeah.
Yeah.
When is there ever gonna be a time where we're all together?
literally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, have the ability to just perform.
Right. Right.
Okay.
But hopefully that will be a reality soon, where
Yeah.
I can just like go travel around and
Yeah.
get paid for that, because that would be really cool.
Hell yeah. Do you have any advice? Oh, my bad.
No, nothing. Do you have any advice for creatives or anybody who trying to get started musically or just like creatively in general?
This is probably like what everyone says, but just start it. Just do it. It all starts with just like little increments. Like I hit up a friend to start jamming, literally just jamming. Like he was playing the guitar, I was singing, just that, and then it turned into a song that turned into more songs, and you know, it was just like
Yeah.
a snowball effect. So really just like if you want to do something, one thing every day, but not every day because it'll stress you out and then you'll
Yeah.
go into a spiral and
Yeah.
imposter syndrome, but it's fine.
Yeah. Just
So yeah, and don't worry about how you look or like what people think of you, because that'll hold you back a lot. And could definitely prevent you from making real great connections that are right in front of you. So, that's it. That's all I got.
well
Good.
said.
It's good advice.
Well said.
Thank you.
Very true. Very, very true.
You have anything else you want to talk about before we depart?
We got an hour and 7.
That's crazy.
That shit kind of flew by, bro.
No bullshit.
I really have to pee, so I feel like that last half hour, I was like,
I felt that. It's like,
I know. I feel
no, but I feel like we covered it all. I really,
Yes.
like, when on the way here, I was like, well, I definitely want to talk about astrology, and I definitely want
yeah.
to talk about my Saturn return, because that has been impacting the fuck out of my
I'm
life.
glad I didn't know and I had to ask you.
Yeah. No, that shit. Because, like I said earlier, like, I'm turning 28. That's 2 years away from 30.
It's okay, though.
it's all good.
Existential crisis.
30s is another era, bro. You still got years
I'm so
to
excited.
fucking
Yeah.
live,
Well,
bro.
if you
We
think
all
about it,
do.
like, Kettle G and Anita, do you know them?
Yeah.
40.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers are 40 years old. They literally
Really?
look like they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
40 is crazy.
J-Lo's like
Right?
50, bro. She
I
don't look a
Right?
day
She
over
does
fucking
not.
30, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
That's true.
So I'm really relying on these Colombian genes.
Exactly.
Period. You got that.
Exactly.
You got that for real.
I think.
You do. You like I said, bro. I was
You got
not
that.
capping, bro. You do not look fucking 27.
You don't.
Like,
I really appreciate that, because sometimes TikTok is mean.
of course. Yeah, TikTok. We're not even gonna talk about that because that's a
fuck
whole
'em.
nother
Fuck
hour.
'em.
But yeah, fuck TikTok. Don't compare yourself to nobody, bro.
It's always
It's hard.
men.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Literally, fuck those men, bro. It's this app was really meant for people in their 20s.
Who gives a fuck? Like,
How old do I look?
Who the fuck made up that rule? First of all,
Well, no, it was like, I was like, I
it's
feel like
not
none of
a
my,
thing.
I'm tired. I feel like none of my TikToks are hitting, blah, blah. And he was like, well, in my experience, it's because like you're not in your 20s anymore. And I was like, look,
you literally are.
You
first
literally
off.
are in your 20s.
I
What the
did
fuck?
like a side video and I was like, listen, I know I look crazy when I like roll out of bed, but like not in my 20s. Like, what do I look like?
Right? No, that's
I was like, at least I look my age. That's what I
fucking
thought.
no, that's actually fucking insane.
What the
No, and then I
men are fucking stupid as fuck because you literally look 21, 22.
Yeah,
Well,
you
and
do.
you know, it's the camera.
confused.
Like, people online have so much more. I feel like I don't really look like my pictures that much. I look through my albums and shit, and I'm like, I look different in every single fucking picture. And then in real life, I get told all the time, like, oh, you look different in person, but like better, thank God.
No, yeah.
Could you imagine? Oh, you don't look like your picture.
You look better on Instagram.
That would be
crazy.
awful.
Yeah, no.
But
you
luckily I don't
definitely.
get that.
I know.
Yeah, for real.
No, you don't.
Thank you.
Don't listen to these
For
motherfuckers,
real.
bro. For real.
22 for life.
Literally.
Yes.
No, I did one of those things. I was like, when you're 21 plus 6 years and X months, but now you're realizing that you're only like 2 years and X months away from 30.
Yeah, that shit is crazy to think about because I be feeling fucking 18.
No bullshit,
And
bro.
I am not.
Well, you're closer to 18 than you are to 28.
That's tea.
That is tea.
That is tea. 'Cause
That's why I
definitely
think
still
it's,
feel
yeah,
like
I could talk about that for a really fucking long time.
That's crazy
Yeah.
as fuck.
It is weird to think about.
definitely still feel like a fucking teen, bro.
Yeah.
No, but live that up. Ride
Yeah.
that wave
Oh,
for
trying
sure.
to,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Do
For
all
sure.
the stupid shit.
As
for
long as I
real.
can.
I had so much fun. Like, I had so much fun on my
And
fuck
you're
shit.
fucking having fun. So,
Yeah.
you know?
No, and I still,
continuing.
but I'm having fun in a different way. It's like
Yeah.
more controlled for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I
Gotta pop out.
Got to.
you know what? Once an Aries, always a fucking Aries. Let me just say
Period.
that.
Period.
Period.
I like
Period. That fire sign, bruh.
Yeah, fire signs in a room. You already know.
Yeah, she's a Sag. I'm sure you knew that though already.
Yeah, we did. I'm sure you knew that.
I'm sure you knew that already.
Yep, we talked about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me on. This is sick.
Yes.
The vibe is great.
Right?
You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
That's
You
fun.
too.
This was great. I love this podcast.
Tag
yourself.
Yeah, tag your socials at Teja on Instagram.
Oh,
look at the camera. Look at the camera. Tell them.
see,
tell
and
them where
this
they
is
can
the
find
millennial shit. I'm like,
you. Yeah, you're like
Online?
Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
yeah. No, at Teja Cat on Instagram and literally everything else, or Teja Cat _official for my cannabis Instagram
Period.
that we're trying to grow.
Follow that.
Yeah, follow
And then
that.
how can they find you on like Spotify, Apple Music?
Yep, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream, you can find one of my songs on all platforms, but Apple Music and Spotify, it's Teja, Teja. And yeah, Waste My Time, Sunday morning. Most people like
Sunday
Waste
morning
My Time.
music video was dope.
Yeah.
By the way.
Thank you. Like the clip for it.
Yeah, the clip, yeah.
I kind of want to make a music video for that.
You
Do
need
it.
to, yeah, because that clip was fire. My bad, I'm mistaken for a music video, but saw those clips, I was like, oh, that's a vibe.
I know that drone.
That's
that
yeah.
drone shot. Yeah.
On your little penny board.
My skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love to swirl.
Yeah.
All the board sports for sure.
Yeah.
We skateboard, we
love
snowboard, we wakeboard.
Okay. Okay.
Well rounded.
Thank you.
I've like, there's actually so many things I could keep asking.
I know,
you, but-
Jetta.
Shit, part 2?
Oh
Part
my
2
God.
would be crazy.
Damn.
We gotta get this girl to the restroom though, cause
No
Yeah, I
bullshit.
was literally, I was like,
bullshit.
that's really nice.
No bullshit.
I love that. But I think I gotta go to the bathroom.
No, yeah. But all right, thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
We
Thank
appreciate you
you.
and your vibes. It's a great vibe.
Love
it's
it.
a great vibe.
All right, well, Pinkware, we out. See you guys next time.
Thanks for tuning in.
When I'm at home all alone.